The child who hadn't eaten for 3 years found a $10 bill in a snow pile. Instead of turning it in to the police, he rushed straight to the store and bought a Wonka chocolate bar. Upon unwrapping it, he discovered a shining golden ticket inside. Rumor had it that whoever possessed this ticket would become a billionaire. The store owner stood there, mouth agape. The final golden ticket had somehow appeared in his little shop. People immediately swarmed around, offering high prices.
I'll give you $50 and a new bicycle.
Are you crazy? I'd give him $500 for that ticket. You want to sell me your ticket for $500, young man?
The shop owner couldn't stand by watching this and quickly advised the boy not to sell it to anyone and to take it straight home. The boy excitedly ran back home and showed the golden ticket to his grandfather. This moment was so shocking that his grandfather, who had been bedridden for 18 years, instantly got up and performed a dance routine that left the whole family stunned. It turned out that the world's largest chocolate factory had hidden golden tickets in 5 chocolate bars. Ticket holders would be allowed to tour the mysterious factory and have a chance to win a super grand prize. Once the news broke, children across the country frantically bought up chocolate bars. Charlie was no exception. He was also a die-hard fan of Wonka chocolate, but due to his poor family circumstances, he only got to eat 1 bar on his birthday. He carefully unwrapped his birthday chocolate but found no golden ticket. Meanwhile, the golden ticket winners began to emerge. The first was a little fat boy who ate hundreds of chocolate bars daily and nearly swallowed the golden ticket whole. The second was a rich girl whose father, to please her, bought every chocolate bar in town and hired 100,000 workers who unwrapped them for 3 days and nights. With the power of money, they finally found a golden ticket. The third was a boy genius named Mike who precisely calculated the location of the golden ticket using production dates and coordinates. The fourth was a little girl who, at just 10 years old, had already won the adult kickboxing championship with over 100 trophies at home. She was fiercely competitive and had to be first at everything, once chewing the same piece of gum for 3 months to set a world record. With the chocolate factory inviting 5 lucky winners for a tour, she naturally wouldn't miss this opportunity. The news reported that 4 lucky winners had been found, with only 1 golden ticket remaining. Charlie gazed at the distant chocolate factory, filled with disappointment. However, on his way home, he unexpectedly found a $10 bill and immediately bought a chocolate bar. A miracle happened, he won the final golden ticket. A few days later, the 5 lucky winners arrived at the mysterious factory with their families. A strangely dressed man appeared to greet them, the legendary Willy Wonka himself. Wonka opened the doors, revealing a dreamlike scene that amazed everyone. He announced that everything in the factory was edible. The fat boy was instantly overjoyed, grabbing grass from the ground and munching on it. When he choked, he ran to the chocolate river to drink, but accidentally slipped in and was sucked away by a giant pipe, becoming the first child to be eliminated. The remaining people boarded a small boat to the laboratory where Wonka showcased never-melting candy and gum that could replace 3 meals. Although these were only prototypes, the competitive girl immediately grabbed the gum and started chewing. Soon her nose began turning yellow, then her entire body yellowed and started inflating until she became a giant yellow blob and was taken away for deflating, becoming the second child eliminated. Wonka led the remaining 3 to the nut room where rows of professionally trained squirrels could determine good nuts from bad just by listening to them. The spoiled rich girl immediately demanded her father buy her one, but Wonka told them they weren't for sale. The rich girl ignored the warnings and climbed in. The startled squirrels quickly surrounded her and knocked her down. One small squirrel climbed onto her head, tapped it, listened carefully, confirmed it contained a bad nut, and directed the others to drag her into the garbage chute. And so the rich girl was eliminated. Finally, Wonka showed the boy genius and Charlie their advanced technology. After little people placed chocolate in a transmission chamber, it appeared directly on television. Charlie bravely reached for it and actually retrieved the chocolate. When he tasted it, the flavor hadn't changed at all. The boy genius was stunned. Thinking this technology was wasted on just selling chocolate, he immediately jumped into the transmission chamber. After a flash of bright light, he shrank to a miniature version of himself and was punched into a frying pan. By the time his father retrieved him, he was palm-sized and had to be sent to the stretching room for recovery. Although he returned to his original size, he was eliminated. Charlie became the last winner standing. Together they rode a glass elevator to Charlie's home where Wonka announced that Charlie would inherit the entire chocolate factory. They hugged excitedly upon hearing this. At that moment, Wonka required Charlie to abandon his family and move into the factory, claiming this was how he himself had succeeded. It turned out Wonka's father was a dentist who made him wear braces from a young age and forbade him from eating candy. But his dream was to make the most delicious candy, so he ran away from home and never returned. Upon hearing this, Charlie immediately refused Wonka's offer, saying he wanted to stay with his family. Wonka couldn't understand this. At Charlie's suggestion, Wonka summoned the courage to return to his old home, discovering that his father had covered the walls with news articles about him. His father had been silently following his career all along. The two embraced and wept, with Wonka finally experiencing long-lost fatherly love. In the end, Charlie inherited the factory along with his entire family, and they lived happily ever after.